G'day everybody, it's Matt here, and today I'm trying some new hiking boots. I've got the On Cloudrock waterproof, and I'm going to give them a whirl. I've heard a lot of good things about them. I quite like the On Cloud running shoes and walking shoes for traveling in. So I'm really keen to see how the hiking boots go, because I'm always on the lookout for a really good pair of hiking shoes. And these ones are the waterproof version as well. You can get them in a non-waterproof option. But if you're hiking, I personally like to go waterproof because you get in the mud, you get in the water, puddles, that sort of thing. It just helps keep your feet that bit drier. Now, I'm trying these in a Euro 45, which On says is a US men's 11 or a UK 10.5. So let's whip these out of the box and check them out, shall we? So that is the On running Cloudrock waterproof, and this is the Rock Eclipse colorway. It certainly looks and feels very sturdy while actually being quite lightweight. On rates, the weight for these on an average size, which I think is about a size 9 or 10 US men's, as being 445 grams. So there's not a lot of weight in these shoes, and that's really nice for hiking because often hiking boots can be very heavy. So let's have a closer look at these. So these are made at On's factories in Vietnam and obviously are originally Swiss engineered. As per most On shoes, we've got that little Swiss engineering logo on the right boot, which is not there on the left one. And they are largely man-made. So they have a textile and man-made upper with a textile liner and then a man-made midsole and outsole. This is a waterproof liner. However, it is worth noting that it only goes up as high as this section of the boot. Above that is not actually waterproof, but that is where your tongue goes to anyhow. So water is going to come in through that groove regardless. The tongue is, in fact, fixed just below that point there. We can see here, this is where the tongue is fixed to as part of our waterproof liner. And that is actually got a few layers here underneath the laces to help keep the water out and prevent it from getting up and through those gaps. So it seems to me like it's been really well thought out in terms of how to keep the water out best. Comes with standard flat laces, and the lacing system is a little bit different. The top lace at this lower section has a normal kind of loop through it, which the lace runs through, and it comes into this locking system, which you can use, which Cloud calls the Flex Lock. So this combination of the lower and upper lace and their locking systems allows you to basically pull in, tighten, and lock in your lower laces separately from the upper laces. So you can pull that in quite tightly over that side and come around and up into your upper section and pull that how you would like it, effectively letting you pull this in quite tight down around your ankle, and then also pulling this in tight up the top separately. And so you can see what that's doing is pulling this bit here independently rather than it pulling the laces through more. So that's kind of cool. Now, looking around the boot, they're definitely designed to be visible in low light. We've got these reflective patches all over the place, and yes, they're mostly logo shaped of On here on the tongue, side of the boot, toe. And also coming around the heel and ankle area, we've got these lines on both sides as well as the N from the On logo on that boot and the O on this boot. And then of course on the inside of this boot we also have another On logo that is reflective. So they should all be really helpful for increasing your visibility in low light conditions, which is awesome. Now, something that I think is really cool about these and how much thought has gone into these is the combination of different traction systems in the Mission Grip sole. So obviously we've got the Cloud Tech midsole and the speed board that runs up the middle that helps to turn your landings into forward motion. But we also have here this curve to the sole. So you can see at the back here, it's actually curved up a bit and at the forward, and then it kind of follows that curve all the way around. We do have a 7mm heel to toe drop, but that curve still exists. Underneath, we have a couple of different traction systems. So we've got big chunky sections for in soft ground. Then we've also got these really cool little grippy sections for when you're on wet, smooth surfaces. So regardless of what you're walking on, they should grip really well, and I really like that about these. Now, this is a synthetic rubberized finish, and of course, the Cloud Tech midsole is also a synthetic material as well. So it's the On Cloudrock waterproof. Let's go ahead and try these on. So we do have a finger loop at the back of these boots, which is also reflective, which is pretty cool. I like that. And you definitely want that with a boot like this, just to help with getting the foot in, because they can be a bit tough at times. We do those up. And my first impression is actually that curve at the back of the foot and to the front of the foot. It really does feel like you just want to move. Like it's definitely, there's a lot of forward motion there. Like even just standing here, it all just wants to propel you forward. It's really quite a nice feeling to feel like your shoes are actually helping you with that forward motion. And especially considering that these kinds of boots are typically quite bulky and can make you feel like you're lugging around huge bricks on your feet. These don't feel like that at all. They are lightweight and they just feel like they want to go forwards. I feel like there's quite a bit of compression underfoot, but at the same time, it feels really firm and sturdy. I feel like there's not a lot of give in the insole, but the midsole well and truly makes up for it. It has quite a bit of cushion underneath you and it feels super locked in. Like I feel like I got tons of grip and my feet are not going anywhere, even though with that roll it does feel like you could roll backwards fairly easily if you did not have a firm footing or you stand on somewhere a bit uneven or rocks slide out from underneath you, that sort of thing. It does feel like you could roll backwards on your heel fairly easy, but at the same time they do want to go forwards. They just want to roll that direction. Being a hiking boot, I don't expect them to be tons breathable, but it is surprising. It's pretty decent, and those reflective patches are definitely catching my eye a lot every time the light hits them, so I feel like that's awesome as well. They're pretty comfortable on. They're not as comfortable as some of the other on range of shoes, but definitely up there for hiking boots. I feel like they're quite broad across the ball of the foot here, plenty of room there, and I've got just under an index finger's worth of room there, so they're just slightly on the small side, and On does recommend going up half a size from your normal sizing in these, so something to bear in mind. I do think I could get by with these, but on my right foot, which is slightly bigger than my left foot, it's actually just a little bit low around the toe here, and so I think being up a half size from this would be a better option for me, but I could definitely make do with these. They work well. That is the On Cloudrock waterproof shoe in the Rock Eclipse Grey colour, and I quite like it for a hiking boot. It's definitely a bit more out there than I'd normally go for with the cloud base, but I like the colouring, I like the style, I like all the reflective features, it's comfortable, and above all, I just really love the way that it makes your foot want to move forwards. It just propels you. It's really a nice feeling for a type of shoe that normally feels like a anchor. These are not like that at all, and I think that is fantastic. They do have that lacing system. I think it works quite well for locking you in tightly. I don't know in practice how much I would use it unless I felt like the laces were slipping a lot, but it is there and it does work well, and being waterproof is also a really nice thing in hiking shoes. If you're interested in getting yourself a set of these, make sure you check out the affiliate links down in the description. That really helps me out and doesn't cost you any more. And do also hit the thumbs up button to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this from me. That's it from me, and I will catch you next time. Bye for now.